Why do you fail to revise? Hi, my name's Sam, founder of Student Breakthrough, and I coach students one-on-one to be more motivated, more confident, and have great self-belief. And on this video, I'm going to show you 3 simple ways that you can improve your revision right now to get amazing results in summer. Because if you do what you've always done, you're going to get what you've always gotten. And if you're someone who's always struggled with revision, you're probably doing the same thing again and again, and it's not working. So guys, it's time to switch it up. And that's the first thing we're going to talk about is time. Now, over the years, I've seen students with really swanky, great revision schedules. They're colourful. They've got different times on there and different subjects, and that's amazing. But that can be really, really daunting for some students. So all I want you to do is to commit to 3 30-minute study sessions each evening. That's it. Because that's so flexible. And say you come in from school and you're not feeling revision straight away, you can just push it back. As long as before you go to bed, you've done 3 30-minute sessions, then that's amazing and you've hit your target. So it's achievable and it's specific. So work on 30-minute study sessions with a 10-minute break and reward yourself in your break. Do something you love. Go out, get in nature, see a friend, play on your Xbox, something that really lights you up as a reward. So that's the first thing, time. The next thing we're going to talk about is environment. Now, environment is so important. You need to be studying somewhere that's quiet, that's got natural light coming in, and where you won't be disturbed. Having your phone out or watching TV or doing stuff like that is not solid revision. Because if you're going to sacrifice half an hour, right, you might as well do half an hour of good, solid work where you can really recap over stuff without any distractions. So don't be distracted. I'd also say take a break in nature. Just come out and get some fresh air after each session. It's going to make you feel more connected. And actually, it changes up the routine. So your environment is so important. Make sure your environment is one where you're going to be able to learn and able to study. The last thing we're going to talk about in this video is creating. Now, I've seen so many students with a book just filled with highlighter. And if you're someone who just sits there and highlights their textbook or highlights their exercise book, that is not revision. Similarly, it's not just reading your notes, right? That is the worst way, because if you just read something, you're only going to remember about 10%. So if you're just sat there reading for half an hour, yeah, you might be busy, you might be doing something, but it's not that productive. If you make notes on something, you actually remember 40%. And if you create and actually teach someone something, you can remember up to 80%. So what I'm saying is, don't just read. Make sure you're creating, make sure you're doing something, because you're going to lock it more in your long-term memory. With creating, just make sure you understand different types of learning. Now, on the video below, I'm going to put a little link to a website where you can do a visual, audio, or kinesthetic quiz. And basically, this will just give you some more ideas about the type of learner that you are, because we all learn differently. Some people learn by movement, some people learn by images, and some people learn by literally just reading, going over it, your notes 3 times, for instance. Everyone's got a different style. And that's what we said in the last video. Do not compare yourself with other people. What someone else is doing that works for them, it might not work for you. So just like in life, do not compare yourself to others, because we're all unique, we're all different, and it really depends on the type of learner that you are. So that is for these 3 tips. Time. If you're someone who struggles to plan, just commit to 30 minutes 3 times a day, and that is good enough. That is the bare minimum. And that will make you feel a great sense of accomplishment and give yourself a reward after each 30 minutes. The next thing is your environment. Make sure you have a quiet place with a desk, with your vision poster on top, with your timetable, with all your notes and all your folders nearby, so you can actually get down some decent work. With no phone, no computer, no Xbox, just yourself. And last thing is to create. Make sure you're creating and not just reading. Make sure you're teaching and not just highlighting, because it's going to make the whole process easier. So those are my 3 tips. Remember, it's time to switch it up, change your revision if it hasn't been working for you. These 3 things are really simple. You can put them in place right now, and there's literally no excuse. If you've enjoyed this video and want to find out more, just check out Instagram and Facebook, which is @StudentBreakthrough, or the website, which is studentbreakthrough.com. Live your best life, love who you are, and most importantly, never give up. Speak to you soon, Sam.